Hi guys, so I just recorded this whole message on Facebook and it wouldn't send through, so hopefully this one works. Um, Jack asked me to send you guys a quick video just with advice as you take on the Divder role this summer, so here it goes. First and foremost, congratulations. It's super exciting to be put in the role of Divder and speaks volumes about um, the kind of person you are and what the camp world thinks of you. So you're going to do an awesome job, and I hope you're excited because it's so much fun. So, one of the questions Jack asked me to talk about was what was the hardest part about being a Divder. And for me personally, I think it was just realizing that I no longer had a cabin of my own or my own kids. So, instead of having 14 little kids to take care of, you have 80 teenagers, and sometimes it's even more stressful than taking care of a cabin. So I think A and B week, the hardest part was just realizing, or I guess going through the transition of being cabin staff to core staff, and just the responsibilities are completely different, and the way kids see you and view you and appreciate you is completely different. And that being said, you'll feel very disconnected, or at least I did, the first couple weeks. But if you really go above and beyond to find time to hang out with kids during open ball field or whenever you can, they'll still love you and think you're the best person in the world. So you don't get to see them as much, and sometimes, being the disciplinarian or the one who has to give strikes or deal with the homesickness isn't fun. But if you find ways to hang out with them, they'll know who you are and they'll still buy you slushies. So the next question, sorry, I'm just trying to find it, is what is the best part? Oh my goodness, there's so many good things. I think the best part is just watching the staff grow, especially the JCs. A lot of JCs are going to come out and be a hot mess, as I'm sure you all were when you were a JC, including myself. Hot mess. So helping them, go from that CIT or that really immature 16-year-old who, I don't know, um, by a week to this really awesome, incredible, counselor each week is awesome. And you get to help them do that through your evals and through, constant conversations. And I don't know, just it's really cool to see the staff grow. And even felt like even staff who's been there for, 3 or 4 years, like, I mean, one person in particular is Dylan. I think it was his fourth year as cabin staff my last summer as Divder, and he grew enormous amounts from A to H week and was phenomenal. So that was like a really cool experience. So you'll have a couple that you'll really be proud of at the end that you kind of take under your wing. So I think that's really cool. And, they come to really respect you and value your opinion, which is awesome. So, yeah, that's probably the best part. And I don't know, being on core staff's really fun too, like with the five of you. So I think that's another great part is just having a team. I mean, it's fun, it's super fun. Yes, next question. Sorry if I'm rambling, Jack. What is, oh, what were you most worried about? I think what probably all of you are worried about right now is programming, because like cabin time was sick and only took you 10 minutes to come up with, and you could just throw some shaving cream on kids and call a slip and slide and it'll be done. Programming for the entire camp is much different and takes a lot of time and effort and planning and more planning, and that was the thing I was most worried about, was just how we're going to do these. I'm not creative, so not going to be me who comes up with the programs, but I guess A and B week you're going to be super overwhelmed with programming, like, in your little room with your notebooks playing away. And that's good because that means you care. But, come C week, it will all fall into place. I think the best advice I can give you with programming is just know your role. And that's something my first year Dibder group did like right away. Like Jack was completely behind the scenes. He rarely was in a program. He would just be making sure things were going smoothly. I was the person they would just give a script and I would follow because I'm not funny. Pat McGuire would just be the one the creative mind behind it all, and Claire Shum would be a character, and Conwell would do this, and just know your role, talk about your roles before you start planning, and also make sure you debrief after every single program, because that I think is where the biggest confrontations within a Divder group come, is programming, and people feel that someone didn't do this when they should have done that. So just take time to you know, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you miss mass or you miss lunch, too bad. Go right after your program, sit in a room with the 5 of you and talk about the positive and negative of the program. And I promise it's going to help you have a smoother summer and better programs as the summer progresses. So just know that programming, I know you're stressed about it now. Don't be stressed. It's a lot of fun, but respect each other throughout it. You know, listen to each other's ideas and, you know your roles and fulfill your role, I guess I would say. Okay. Next question. How did you handle being put in tough situations? Okay. Well, I think the toughest situation that some of you might encounter too is um, not only the transition from cabin to, to core, but dealing with the people that you came on with. So people who started your JC year with you, or came on before you and are still on cabin staff, and some of them being like your best friends. So I had like a lot of best friends who I now was their superior, or had to tell what to do, or had to make decisions for, that they weren't always happy about. And at times it could be straining on your friendship because you don't really know, you don't want to make someone upset. But with any tough decision, I don't think you should ever make it alone. I think that's why there's 5 of you. Even if you consult one other Divdir before go through and tell someone this, or have this eval that you're not too sure is going to go over well, make sure you talk to each other and know everything that's going on with every single one of you. So even if you're an SC Divdir, you should know everything that's going on in the junior division. And solely because no matter what, people are going to run to one Divdir they feel more comfortable with, or they're going to talk about this Divdir, and always have each other's back. I think that's the biggest advice. Always be on the same terms of why a decision was made. Never do it independently. And I think that's how you handle all the tough situations, because there's going to be tough situations, and just have each other's back, communicate, and make sure you know everything that's going on with everyone. And just it's easier when people come back and, talk or want to know why this decision was made if you all are on the same page. So okay, and any advice? Have so much fun. It's the best position. Enjoy it. Take time for yourself. You're going to be exhausted. I mean, it's okay to go to bed at 10 o'clock and not check on your cabins 55 times, which you'll do A and B week, and that's normal. But, once you get tired, take some time for yourself. I don't know. I'm so jealous. I'm just thinking of all the fun things you're going to do. Enjoy every second. Work together. Be honest with each other. That's going to build the best relationships. And my first year Divder group are like my favorite people ever. So if I could go back and do it with anyone, I'd do it with them. And I think it's because we were like, so we just worked well. You're going to figure it out and you're going to have a blast. So enjoy every second. Make some magic for me this summer. And please, if you need anything, I know Jack's there and you have a lot of great resources who were Divders last year, but just call or text me. I'll be happy to help, or just give you advice, or if you need to vent about someone who's driving you crazy, call me up. All right? Okay. Have so much fun. 143.